President Biden today said he is righting what he called a historic wrong by offering pardons to thousands of U.S. veterans who were convicted of crimes under a former military law that banned same-sex relationships from 1951 to 2013. This follows a year-long CBS News investigation that showed LGBTQ veterans who still had less than honorable discharges and, in some cases, criminal convictions on their record more than a decade after Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed. CBS's Jim Axelrod has been on the story from the start.
As my sexual identity blossomed, I battled with how to live the covert double life that was required of LGBTQ military members at that time.
Steve Morose was an Air Force officer in the late 1980s before the military found out he was gay and put him on trial.
You were looking at 17 years in prison.
I was 5 years per sodomy charge and a year per conduct unbecoming charge.
He was sentenced to 2 years at a military prison.
And I thought my military life was over, but in that moment, I thought my life was over.
Last year when we spoke, he was still hoping for the day when the government would make things right.
They have the ability to look back and say, people who are hanging under the weight of something that is no longer valid should be made whole.
And today, word of that long-awaited redemption arrived. President Biden announced former service members who were convicted of crimes solely for being gay could apply for pardons. For veterans like Morose, a pardon represents the only possible path to justice.
I was a great officer, and that all got taken away from me. I didn't deserve that.
And a recognition of harm that's decades past due.
Suddenly, it brought this all to the forefront again, and that love and support is a tsunami again this morning, and it's amazing.
The pardons are not automatic. Veterans will have to apply to prove they're eligible. After that, they can go to their military branch and apply to have their discharge changed, which the White House says should unlock access to critical VA benefits down the road. Nora.
This is a big change. Thanks for your investigation, Jim Axelrod.